At Broadcom, we believe it's never been a better time to be on the mainframe. And we're investing heavily in people, solutions, skills, and relationships because of our faith in this resilient platform. But we want to tell you firsthand, as the people helping drive your business into the future, why the modern mainframe matters, how we're building skills to ensure the success of the platform for years to come, and why it's truly never been a better time to be on the mainframe. Today, we're meeting Dave Klopf, a senior software developer within our mainframe security portfolio here at Broadcom, based in Lisle, Illinois. Tell us about yourself, Dave. What does a day in the life look like?
Hi, my name's Dave Klopf. I'm one of the senior software developers in the Mainframe Security BU. Currently working on Team Freelancers, who is responsible for CA Trusted Access Manager for Z and CA Advanced Authentication Mainframe, primarily the Java and higher level language components that run under those products. I've been with Broadcom about 9 years now, progressing my way through the ASE program up to now as my senior title. And for about the last 5 years, I've been mentoring most of the ASEs that have come through the access control portion of the security business unit. Outside of work, I like to play drums or watch TV, play games, typical single guy activities. Especially I like to go out downtown Chicago with my friends and enjoy a good dinner and drinks, tell jokes, swap stories, that kind of thing. So most weekends you'll find me down there. If you're ever in town, hit me up.
How have you seen the products that you work on progress and deliver greater value to customers over the time that you've been here?
So in the past 9 years that I've been working here at Broadcom, our products have come quite a long way. And when I started, a lot of the products were kind of a sustain and maintain mentality. Not so much new features, but keep the lights on, keep things going. With the advent of items like GDPR and the other data protection problems and some of the breaches in the environment, we've seen a massive expansion on our new feature functionality products. Case in point, the introduction of Advanced Authentication Mainframe, Trusted Access Manager for Z, and a few other components and feature functionalities that are present in the ESM's Top Secret and ACF2. In addition, we are continuing to talk more and more with our customers and do partnerships to provide them feature functionality that they are interested in, rather than just kind of operating in a vacuum like things may have been before with waterfall versus agile.
How have you seen your career progress from starting as an ASE to being where you are now?
So in my tenure here at Broadcom, my career has progressed from, fresh out of college, wet behind the ears, programmer who had minimal mainframe exposure beyond one class as my degree of study, to now being, again, the senior developer in our product group and mentor for most of the new hires that come through who are in similar situations as I. To get to that stage for me, that took time, of course, but it was definitely prefaced with the strong ASE coaching program, the boot camp, other sessions here have referred to. One thing we did additionally in my class is we created an assistant coaching program. So we thought, hey, who better to help this next set of new kids but the previous set of new kids? So my progression maybe was assisted with that extracurricular activity, so to speak. In addition to all the mentorship and tutelage that I received from the current senior developers and principals, architects, and everyone else. I'm probably one of the few people that have stuck around in the same company for this long, especially as a millennial, but I would argue that that's what's made my career progression so strong, is that I've been able to stay here and retain and learn from folks that have been here for so long.
You mentioned that you serve as a mentor to the ASEs. How did you feel your own mentor helped you when you were an ASE? And how do you feel you're making an impact being on the other side now?
So great question. Having gone through the program and with a mentor, how did that affect me? Again, as I said, having only had minimal mainframe experience from college and before and coming into a professional environment and being given that layer of support was immense. I mean, think of your journeyman and apprentice type environments that you see in some of these craftsman type professions or otherwise, and it was very much the same. We have these 10, 20, 30-year veterans who know so much and are so willing to teach and excited that there are men and women like me who come in and are eager to want to learn this and try. I felt, as we talked about with this assistant coaching program exercise that we started, that was the best way to pay it forward. Was, hey, these folks are giving me their time. I can pay it forward to give the next set their time, and eventually it becomes just part of our culture and our cadence, such that it's continually improving, and more knowledge transfer and otherwise helps. Unfortunately, we can't take people's heads off their bodies and put them in a jar to keep later after they retire or otherwise. So we have to get the data now, and that's kind of where we're at. So being on the other side of the coin, again, I feel proud of what I'm doing. It's very refreshing to get all these folks coming up with these questions, eager to learn, and that it's not that daunting. Yes, the environment is huge and nebulous in comparison to distributed PC world that most younger generations know or are aware of. Seeing the light in the eyes and the eureka moments, the struggles and the triumphs that these kids are going through is it fills me with a good sense of pride that I'm able to get them going there and keep progressing and pay forward what I received for so many years ahead of time.
As a young modern developer, what do you see Broadcom doing to ensure a comfortable, successful work environment for a typical modern developer?
One of the things that I've noticed in the past few years, especially to open up the platform for the modern developer, is all the integrations with current industry standards and tools and techniques that the wider industry uses. For instance, plugins to Jenkins pipelines, or opening up open source capabilities, for instance, the Zoe platform, as well as just providing access and capability to code, compile, run higher level languages like LEC and Java, which are definitely more widely taught than traditional assembly programs, COBOL, and so on. In between the platforms, opening that piece up, we're still staying relevant. And what's great for somebody like me, who's younger but knows the older side, these younger folks are coming in and teaching me things. So it's keeping me very excited and interested, because now I'm getting more proficient and using these new technologies that maybe even I wasn't familiar with.
And finally, what are you most excited about in regards to the future of the mainframe?
I'm most excited about the future of mainframe in the aspect of that everything that we do on most day-to-day basis, somewhere along the line is going through a mainframe, right? You pump gas, you put your ATM card in to pull some cash out for a weekend out downtown. You're going through a mainframe somewhere. And everything we do here is, surrounding mainframe technologies and supporting the enterprises that run them. So what makes it exciting for me is that we get to continue to do that. And I get to walk into busy places like my restaurants downtown and with confidence say that pretty much everybody in that room has dealt with the code that I've written. And that's really exciting to me.